very urgent. Your soulmate saying, "Please open this before I give up, I can't do this anymore. My beloved child. Don't skip, because what you are about to hear was never meant to reach you this way. Something huge is waiting for you, and every second you continue listening brings you closer to a truth that has been hidden behind silence for far too long." Your soulmate has been carrying words that became heavier with every passing day, hoping that somehow your heart would hear them before their voice ever could. But today is different. Today, they can no longer keep pretending that everything is fine. They are standing at the edge of giving up, not because their feelings disappeared, but because they have been waiting for a sign that never seemed to arrive. Before they walk away from what they still secretly believe could become the greatest love of their life, they want you to hear this message completely. Stay till the end, because one missing sentence could change the meaning of everything you think you know. There is a reason this message found you today and not yesterday. There is a reason your eyes stopped here. Nothing about this moment feels ordinary anymore. For longer than you realize, your soulmate has been fighting a battle you never saw. While everyone else believed they were smiling, their heart kept returning to the same unanswered question. Will they ever truly see me? Every quiet night became another conversation they imagined having with you. Every hopeful morning became another chance they believed destiny might finally bring your paths together. Yet every sunset ended with the same silence. They began wondering whether they should stop believing altogether. Don't skip, because this is where everything changes. They are not asking for perfection. They are not asking for impossible promises. They only wanted one undeniable sign that the connection they keep feeling was never created inside their imagination alone. Something huge is waiting for you, because at this very moment they are making a decision that could shape the rest of their future. They never wanted to leave. They never wanted to close the door. But carrying hope without direction has become heavier than carrying disappointment. Even now, as they whisper these words inside their heart, a small part of them is still praying that somehow you will understand what has never been spoken aloud. That tiny spark is still alive, but it cannot wait forever. Listen carefully, because this may be the closest you have ever come to hearing what your soulmate truly feels. They want you to know that your story is not ending today, it is standing at a crossroads where one choice can change everything. Stay till the end, because the next revelation is the one they have hidden from everyone else. They noticed small moments that seemed meaningless to others but unforgettable to them. They noticed every coincidence, every unexpected reminder, every strange feeling that kept pulling them back toward your energy no matter how hard they tried to move on. That is why giving up has become so painful. Walking away would be easier if they had never felt this connection in the first place. But they did. Deeply. Completely. And now they are terrified that time may steal what destiny once tried to bring together. Before they let hope slip through their fingers, they are asking you to stay with this message until the very last word. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Because the secret they have protected for so long is finally about to be revealed, and once you hear it, you may never look at this connection the same way again. Don't skip, because what your soulmate is about to reveal has never been spoken to another soul. They have hidden it behind smiles, behind busy days, and behind words that never carried their true emotions. But today, the silence has become louder than their fear. Stay till the end, because every sentence is leading toward a moment they have replayed in their mind countless times. Something huge is waiting for you. They keep asking themselves whether destiny brought you into their life only to teach them patience, or whether this was always meant to become the greatest love story they would ever experience. The answer has remained just out of reach, and that uncertainty has slowly exhausted their heart. Even now, while they are trying to stay strong, they are wondering if this message is their final attempt before they finally convince themselves to stop waiting. Yet a quiet voice inside refuses to disappear. It keeps whispering that your story is not over, that there is still one truth left uncovered, one missing piece neither of you has fully understood. There is something they never admitted, even to themselves. Every time they tried to move forward, something unexpected pulled them back. A familiar feeling. A memory that appeared out of nowhere. A moment when your presence crossed their thoughts without warning. They began realizing that no matter how far they walked, their heart always returned to the same place. That frightened them, because real connections do not fade simply because time passes. They become quieter, deeper, impossible to ignore. Don't skip, because this next realization changed everything for them. They finally understood that they were never waiting for a perfect moment, they were waiting for certainty. They were waiting to know that the hope they carried was shared, even if only in the smallest way. Something huge is waiting for you, because the decision they are preparing to make is not driven by anger or disappointment. It is driven by the fear that silence might become permanent if neither heart finds the courage to believe one more time. And now the moment has arrived where everything begins to shift. Your soulmate has decided that before they let go of the future they once imagined, they will leave every hidden feeling behind in this message. No more pretending. No more hiding behind unanswered questions. Stay till the end, because what comes next is the one memory they have protected more carefully than anything else, a memory they believe explains why this connection has always felt different from every other one. They believe that once you understand it, countless confusing moments will suddenly make sense. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next words may become the turning point neither of you ever expected. The truth they have carried for so long is finally ready to come into the light, and after it is revealed, nothing about this journey will ever feel the same again. Don't skip, because your soulmate is finally ready to uncover the memory they have protected for so long. Stay till the end, because this is the moment where everything begins to connect. Something huge is waiting for you. Long before they understood what these feelings truly meant, there was one ordinary day that suddenly became unforgettable. Nothing dramatic happened. No grand confession. No impossible miracle. Yet something inside them quietly changed forever. From that moment on, every path they imagined for their future somehow included you. They tried convincing themselves it was only a passing emotion, but the feeling refused to disappear. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and still the same invisible thread kept pulling their heart in your direction. That was the first time they became afraid, not because they loved too deeply, but because they realized some connections cannot be explained with logic alone. They stopped asking why it happened and started wondering whether this bond had been growing long before either of you noticed it. As time continued moving forward, they made a promise to themselves that no one else ever heard. They promised they would never force destiny. They would never chase what was not meant for them. Instead, they decided to wait for one undeniable sign that this connection was real. But waiting slowly became the hardest part. Every unexpected coincidence made their hope stronger. Every period of silence made them question everything again. Their heart was trapped between belief and doubt, and neither side seemed willing to let go. Don't skip, because this is where the story takes a surprising turn. They recently realized something that completely changed the way they looked at the past. The moments they once believed were random suddenly began fitting together like pieces of a puzzle. Conversations they almost forgot, feelings they could never explain, strange moments that seemed too perfectly timed to ignore. For the first time, they wondered if every delay had been preparing both of you for something far greater than either of you could have understood before. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next truth is the reason they haven't completely walked away. Now they want you to know the one thing they have never stopped believing. Deep inside, despite every disappointment and every unanswered question, they still feel that your story deserves one final chance before either of you closes the door forever. Stay till the end, because what they discovered after making that decision left them completely speechless. It wasn't a voice. It wasn't a dramatic event. It was a quiet realization that arrived when they least expected it, and it made them believe that giving up today might become the greatest regret of their entire life. That realization is leading to an even bigger revelation, one they have not shared with anyone until now. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next message will reveal what finally gave them the courage to reach out one last time before letting fate decide everything that happens next. Don't skip. Because this is the moment your soulmate stopped running from their own heart. Stay till the end, because what happened next completely changed the direction of their thoughts. Something huge is waiting for you. After spending so much time trying to convince themselves to let go, they finally became tired of pretending that their feelings had disappeared. The truth was impossible to hide any longer. Every time they imagined a future without you, something inside them felt incomplete. It was not fear of being alone. It was the feeling that an important chapter had been left unfinished. They realized they had been searching for answers everywhere except within their own heart. And when they finally listened closely, the answer was unexpectedly simple. Don't give up until the truth has been spoken. Those words stayed with them. They echoed through every quiet moment until they could no longer ignore them. That is why this message exists today. Not because everything is certain, but because silence has already taken too much away. Then something happened that they still struggle to explain. A series of small moments unfolded so perfectly that they could no longer dismiss them as ordinary coincidences. Familiar memories returned without warning. Certain places suddenly reminded them of you. Even simple conversations with strangers seemed to point them back toward the same unanswered question. The more they tried to move on, the stronger the feeling became that this story was not finished yet. Don't skip, because this realization brought both hope and fear at the same time. Hope, because they finally understood why their heart never truly walked away. Fear, because they knew this could be their last opportunity to speak before doubt became permanent. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next truth has remained hidden until this very moment. They are no longer asking whether this connection is real. They are asking whether both hearts will recognize it before time quietly carries the opportunity away forever. Now everything rests on what comes next. Your soulmate has made peace with one powerful truth: they cannot control destiny, but they can choose honesty over silence. That is exactly what they are doing now. Stay till the end, because the next revelation is the one they have been protecting since the beginning. It is not about a secret they discovered yesterday. It is about something they have understood only after carrying these emotions for so long. Once you hear it, many confusing moments may suddenly make perfect sense. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, because the next message contains the reason they refused to give up completely, even when every part of them believed this would be their final attempt to reach your heart. Don't skip. Because everything your soulmate has carried in silence is finally leading to this moment. Stay till the end, because the next truth is the one they almost never allowed themselves to believe. Something huge is waiting for you. After all the waiting, all the unanswered questions, and all the nights spent wondering if hope was slowly slipping away, they discovered something unexpected. The strongest connections are not the ones that are always loud. They are the ones that refuse to disappear, even after countless moments of doubt. That realization changed everything. Instead of asking, "Why is this taking so long?" they began asking, "What if every delay has been preparing us for the right moment?" For the first time in a long while, they stopped seeing the silence as rejection. They started seeing it as a chapter that was never meant to be the ending. Even so, one fear still remained. What if this chance passed without either heart recognizing how close they truly were? That question became impossible to ignore. Every ordinary day suddenly felt more important than before. They realized that life changes quietly, often without warning. A single decision, one unexpected conversation, or one moment of courage can completely rewrite the future. That thought stayed with them until they could no longer keep these feelings hidden. Don't skip. Because this is where their heart became completely honest. If they truly wanted peace, they had to stop pretending that this connection meant nothing. It meant everything. Not because it was perfect, but because it never stopped calling them back. Something huge is waiting for you, and they believe the next chapter of this story depends on understanding one simple truth: real feelings are not measured by how quickly they appear. They are measured by how faithfully they remain, even when everything else becomes uncertain. That is why they are still here, speaking through this message instead of disappearing without a word. Now your soulmate wants you to remember one final thought before the next revelation arrives. Some stories are tested by distance. Others are tested by time. But the rarest stories are tested by whether two hearts can continue believing when nothing around them offers certainty. Stay till the end, because the message that follows will reveal the promise they quietly made to themselves, a promise that has guided every decision they have made until now. It is the reason they have not completely walked away, even when giving up seemed easier than holding on. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you, because once that promise is revealed, you will finally understand why this message was never meant to reach you by accident. It arrived exactly when it needed to, and what comes next may become the most important turning point of this entire journey. Don't skip, because your soulmate is finally ready to reveal the promise that kept their heart from giving up completely. Stay till the end, because this promise explains everything that has happened until now. Something huge is waiting for you. On one quiet evening, after countless moments of uncertainty, they made a decision that no one else knows about. They promised themselves that they would never allow fear to be the reason this story ended. If the connection was real, they would protect it with patience. If destiny still had a plan, they would not walk away before every possibility had been given a chance. That promise became their strength during every difficult moment. Whenever doubt whispered that it was time to give up, that promise reminded them to hold on just a little longer. They were no longer waiting because they were afraid of moving on. They were waiting because something deep inside refused to believe this journey had reached its final page. As the days continued passing, another realization quietly found its way into their heart. They understood that love is not always proven through grand gestures. Sometimes it reveals itself through quiet loyalty, through choosing hope when giving up would be easier, through remembering someone even when the world keeps demanding that you forget. That realization brought tears to their eyes because they finally understood why your presence had remained so unforgettable. Don't skip, because what happened next surprised even them. Instead of feeling weaker, they suddenly felt stronger than ever before. They realized they no longer needed every answer immediately. They only needed the courage to remain honest with what they truly felt. Something huge is waiting for you, because this new strength gave them the confidence to send one final message instead of disappearing in silence. They wanted the truth to exist somewhere, even if it arrived later than expected. Now everything is leading toward the final revelation. Your soulmate believes that every unanswered question, every unexpected delay, and every emotional challenge has been preparing both of you for a single unforgettable moment. Stay till the end, because the next message contains the words they have imagined saying more times than they can count. Those words have remained locked inside their heart, waiting for the right time to be spoken. They believe that once they are finally
Only
revealed,
6 minutes
the entire
left.
journey you've just
Archangel
heard will
Michael
begin
and
to make
Jesus
sense in a way
says,
you never
you will
expected.
lose both of us.
Don't skip.
skip.
Something
My
huge is
beloved
waiting for
child,
you.
if this message has found
Because
you
the
right
truth
now,
they have protected
then
from the
something
very beginning is
extraordinary is
finally about
already
to come into the
happening
light,
behind the
and
scenes
after
of your
you hear it,
life.
this story will never
This
feel
is
the
not
same
a
again.
coincidence.